Did you wake up sometime in your 40s and just started to notice that you feel like a stranger in your own body? New symptoms are popping up and it feels like your body's trying to talk to you, but you don't quite understand what it's trying to say. You're not alone. Plenty of women are struggling during this menopause transition, and it's not just because of the obvious of hormonal changes. What if I told you that there might be a hidden underlying reason why you're starting to feel this way? In this video, we're diving into why menopause feels like a disease that doctors don't know how to treat, and discuss why inflammation might be to blame. Understanding this could be the key to feeling like yourself again. Hi, my name is Jenny, and I'm a certified transformational nutrition and habit coach for midlife women just like you. If you're new here, I hope you consider subscribing. I'm going to explain why inflammation rears its ugly head during this menopause phase, the signs and symptoms to look out for, and at the end, I'm going to give you some strategies to lower inflammation and start taking back control of your health. As our estrogen levels begin to decline as we head towards menopause, we lose a key player in controlling inflammation. This leaves us a lot more vulnerable to inflammation, which can trigger or worsen a lot of those signs and symptoms that we attribute to menopause. Now, inflammation isn't all bad. We have acute inflammation and chronic inflammation. Acute inflammation is when your body's immune system helps you heal from an injury. When you sprain your ankle and it swells, that's acute inflammation. Maybe when you cut your finger and it gets a little red and puffy, that's your immune system helping you heal. And that's a short-term thing. The problem comes in when it's chronic inflammation. Your immune system is constantly having to work. And as it gets tired, it gets a little sloppy and it starts to attack some of your healthy tissues. And that's where those signs and symptoms start to appear. This can be a big wake-up call because the longer chronic inflammation continues, it can lead you down the path to an autoimmune disease. And women make up 80% of the people that do have autoimmune diseases. Now, when my husband was first diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and psoriatic arthritis, we had to get really dialed in on the lifestyle changes that helped lower inflammation and recognize those signs of inflammation that were making things worse. I'm going to give you a few symptoms that could be attributed to both menopause and an underlying inflammation. First off, fatigue. I know I noticed this right when I was heading into perimenopause, just that constant exhaustion. Another one is joint pain. And then also to go along with that, muscle pain. Waking up with those weird aches and pains could be a sign of both. And then brain fog. I know when this first started happening for me, you just can't think of that word. It just feels like you're having a hard time coming up with words or remembering things or thinking it. You're thinking, oh no, this is a sign I'm getting older. Don't accept that quite yet. It could be the signs of menopause and inflammation coming up. And then, of course, the one we all notice because we've been taught to watch the scale and see how our genes fit is that weight gain around your midsection. And then mood swings. I've talked about this on videos before. Yes, we've had PMS experience, but the mood swings in menopause and also caused by inflammation can be quite more of a roller coaster. Insomnia or disrupted sleep. Hello, I was definitely struggling with this in my mid-40s. Then headaches. I remember I never went anywhere without a bottle of either ibuprofen or Tylenol in my purse. And I can tell you, I don't remember the last time I've used either one of those. And then digestive issues, that bloating, gas, maybe extra burping, all of that can be a sign of menopause and underlying inflammation. Anxiety or increased stress. On the flip side, depression or low mood. You feel like crying a lot. You're not able to roll with the punches quite like you used to. Skin changes. Your skin talks to you loud and clear. Maybe it's itchy. Maybe you're breaking out. Maybe you have some weird rash. All of those could be menopause or inflammation. And then hair thinning or hair loss. I have very thin hair to begin with, so when I started losing gobs of hair, it was very disturbing. Just to go along with all that low energy, just not feeling like doing anything. And you get mad at yourself because you don't have the motivation, but your body is talking to you. As we transition to menopause and we lose that protective effect of estrogen, inflammation starts to take hold a little bit more easily. But there are things you can do to stop it. This inflammation can make a lot of those menopausal symptoms like hot flashes, mood swings, headaches, even worse. It's a vicious cycle that makes menopause feel like a disease. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about inflammation, you'll want to download my free inflammation guide with the details in the caption. There are ways to manage and reduce inflammation, which can make a huge difference in how you feel through this transition and beyond. So first off, as a nutrition coach, I'm going to talk to you about diet. Incorporating anti-inflammatory foods into your meals can make a big difference. Foods like leafy greens, lots of colorful fruits and vegetables, healthy proteins, and fatty fish. Think more foods that God made and less foods that were made in a factory. Next, lifestyle changes are key. That's why I talk about them a lot on this channel. Stress management, getting enough quality sleep, and regular exercise, they all play important roles in keeping inflammation in check. The important thing through this whole phase is your body is talking to you, and it starts with a whisper and it gets louder and louder unless you pay attention. Start tracking those symptoms and think back to what your lifestyle habits look like the week before. Are there things that you're doing that are making those worse? Maybe staying up too late, not getting enough movement in, your stress is at an all-time high, or you're eating too many processed foods. Think about what's within your control. And then I highly recommend you find a healthcare provider that is specializing in menopause. Go to menopause.org and find one that's near you, because then they will help you feel less like menopause is a disease and more like it's a natural thing that there are ways to make you feel better. I've chosen to do hormone replacement therapy, and it's made quite a difference. It's not the whole story. I have had to make lifestyle changes along with that. And through that process, I have found that at 53, I feel so much better than I did at 43. I'm here to give you hope, and know that you do not have to accept feeling like crap during this season of life. I believe your midlife can be your best life as long as you're healthy enough to fully embrace it. And stay tuned for my top 5 anti-inflammatory foods I eat each week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.